found this app and I was like, where have you been all my life? Hey guys, I realized I had to get out of my comfort zone and try out new tools to make content creation easier and just more amazing. So naturally I went to Google and I found so many tools to try out. I sifted out the ones that cost money, I sifted out the ones that were like meh, and today I'm going to share with you my favorite free tools that I think you're going to love too. But this video is extra special because we're going to go on a road trip and I'm going to share my tools also with the one person who pushed me to get out of my comfort zone in the first place. So let's do this. All right, so I have 7 tools that I can break down into 3 categories. Some give you topic ideas, some make your writing tighter and stronger and more professional, and some help you create graphics and video that are just gonna like wow your audience. Wait, what are you talking about? In our last therapy session, we talked about getting out of your comfort zone with your fear of the dark. You know, finally sleeping with the lights off. Yes, you're right, but I'm just not ready for that. But let me just tell you and our viewers here. What viewers? Are you filming one of your YouTube videos again? I am, and let me tell you about the first tool I discovered. It's called Seobility. Okay, proceed. Now, Seobility helps you figure out ideas for your content. And I should mention that Seobility is not a sponsor of this video. As a matter of fact, none of the apps that I'm mentioning here are sponsors. Now, when I first looked at Seobility, to me it looked like an app that helps you figure out if your website is search engine optimized. But it also has this keyword research tool that helps you come up with content ideas. Interesting. So let's say I'm thinking about writing a social media post or a blog post about LinkedIn profiles. But I want my content to be more specific than that because there are like a million directions you can go with writing about a LinkedIn profile. So Seobility helps you tap into people's brains. 10 years of therapy and I'm still trying to get in your brain. Because it shows you what people are searching for on Google, specifically about LinkedIn profiles, and it also shows you the search volume. So if you type in LinkedIn profile, you'll see now that you have 5 tabs. The first tab is similar keywords, like here's a similar keyword, uploading resume to LinkedIn. That might be a good topic about LinkedIn profiles. Or if I go to the next tab, questions, here's a good question that people are Googling. How can I make my LinkedIn profile stand out? Maybe my content should answer that question. And here's a tab for related searches to LinkedIn profiles. And here's one for autocomplete. And autocomplete is when you're searching for something on Google and then Google will try to figure out what your question actually is and autocomplete the rest of it. And you also see a tab for related terms. Now that's a lot of choices. Can you handle that? We've been working on your decisiveness. I totally can. I think so. Well, I see you can search up to 5 keyword terms on the free account, so that would more than suffice. I know. Everything I just showed you is just from one keyword search. It's amazing. Plus, you'll see that it'll even show you the search volumes for all those different keywords that it suggests. So you know what's popular. Okay, so let me tell you about the next free tool I found, which is... Wait. This is all very interesting. But we must first acknowledge that your free content cool adventure is just an avoidance tactic. The homework I gave you was to sleep in the dark. No. The monsters will get me. Not if you use a nightlight. Okay, so let me tell you about the next content creation tool I found. Actually, I knew about it beforehand, but it really wasn't on my radar per se. And then when I saw it in my research, I was like, ding, I should totally use this. And it's Google Alerts. Google Alerts. Don't you use that when you want to track when you're mentioned on the web or your competitors are mentioned on the web? Oh, it's great for that, but you can also use it for content ideas. Explain. For example, here, I just created a Google alert so that anytime there's a new item on the web that includes the exact phrase LinkedIn profile and must also have the word marketing, thus the plus sign, I'll get an email alert. And because I just set this up, Google isn't emailing me anything yet, but it's showing me past examples of what my search results can look like. And 2 of the top examples are about LinkedIn profile summaries. So that gives me the idea that maybe my content should be about LinkedIn profile summaries. Interesting. And then you could research that keyword phrase LinkedIn profile summary and put it in that tool you were just talking about earlier. What is it called? Seobility? Yes, to make sure it gets good search volume so it's worth your time writing about. I know, isn't it awesome? I am so glad you have a renewed sense of purpose. So what's the next content creation tool? It's called Hemingway Editor. Like the author, Ernest Hemingway? Exactly. Ernest Hemingway was known for his clear and bold language, and that's exactly what this app helps you with. What, does it just help you with social media posts? No, it could be anything. It could be your social media posts, your blog posts, like anything. Fascinating. Okay, for example, let's take this Facebook post and copy and paste it into Hemingway Editor. And the app shows you that this post is at a 10th grade reading level, which is way too high. Well, people's brains absorb information so much better at the 6th or 7th grade reading level at most. Exactly, and the app breaks down everything for you. For example, it highlights these sentences in yellow because they're hard to read, and these are highlighted in red because they're very hard to read, and the blue and green and purple areas show other problems that need to be fixed, and then there's a key on the right-hand side that shows you what all the colors mean. So, Brooke, if you had been writing this, you would have checked it on Hemingway Editor before putting it on Facebook, correct? Exactly, and this is how I would have fixed the post. Oh, that's excellent. 6th grade reading level. Very good. Mm-hmm. But what's the difference between Hemingway Editor and Grammarly? Well, Grammarly's better at fixing your grammar and your spelling, and Hemingway Editor is better at giving your writing more oomph. Excellent work, Brooke. Bravo. So what's the next app you found? Okay, so the next app is CoSchedule's Headline Analyzer. And this app helps you write catchy subject lines for your email blasts or catchy headlines for your blog articles so people are more likely to click on your content and read it. So let's say I want to write an article about LinkedIn profile summaries. So let me try this title and see how it goes. How to optimize your LinkedIn summary to get new clients. The Headline Analyzer gave me a score of 67. That's not optimal. No, it's not at all. CoSchedule is telling me to increase my power words and emotional words and decrease my common words. And common words are those little words that really don't add that much meaning. I should also add more emotionally positive or negative words and move my keyword or topic to the first or last 3 words of the headline. And you'll see the app gives examples for everything so I can rework it. You're going to fix this now, correct? We've talked about your issues with starting a project and then not finishing it. Yes, I'm going to fix it. Let me try this. How to attract new clients with an amazing LinkedIn summary. And now I have a score of 81. Very good. I found this app and I was like, where have you been all my life? It's exactly the feeling I got when I met my husband, Stephen. Third husband's the charm. And I'm going to let that comment go. And now let's talk about the next app, which really helps you with your imagery, and that is Unsplash. Wait. Unsplash is not getting out of your comfort zone. I've heard you talk about Unsplash in your previous videos. You watch my videos? I do it only to get a better understanding of your psyche, and I don't even charge for those hours. Anyway, Unsplash is not a stretch for you. No, Unsplash is a stretch because in a lot of my previous videos, I told my viewers that Pixabay I thought was better than Unsplash. But now I'm having a change of heart. So when I need an image to add to a social media post and it's something that I'm allowed to use, in my opinion now, it has a greater variety of better photos. So you're admitting a change of heart to benefit others. Yeah. I'm very proud of you. Thank you. So anyway, let's say you want to write a post about small business and you need a good image for it. I'll type in small business here into Unsplash, and now I have lots of options. Here are just some of the many that I get. Excellent work. Now, about graphics, how do you make those GIFs? I don't know what they're called. It's GIF. Like the peanut butter. You can use an app called GIPHY, which, thank you for bringing this up because this is actually an app I wanted to talk about. You can use GIPHY to create your own original GIFs, but what I really like about it is the whole library of GIFs that are in it that you can pull from right away to use for your social media. Let's say I want a GIF about marketing. I get a ton of results. Well, that could add a whimsical quality to your content if that's what you're going for. Totally. I mean, a lot of people have heard of GIPHY, but I don't see a lot of people using it for their business's social media, and they can. Really? Now let's go beyond GIFs, and let's say you want to create your own original videos that are longer content, and it's for YouTube or Facebook or Instagram Reels or anything like that. You can use Canva. Now, I've heard of Canva. A lot of people use it for making banners and flyers. It's like the graphic design tool for non-graphic designers. Wow, you really do watch my videos. That's exactly what I say. But what a lot of people don't know is that Canva recently came out with the video editing suite, which is super cool, which is why I had to add it to my list. But is Canva's video editing tool hard to use? Honestly, I think it's easier than iMovie, and I think iMovie is one of the easier ones out there already. Plus, Canva has tutorials that are super easy to follow. I'm very glad you brought this to light. And speaking of light, use this night light. Seriously. We just do that next session? But in the meantime, for all you viewers out there, now that I told you about all these content creation tools, your next step is to learn how to be strategic and consistent with your content. So I want you to check out this video in the top right corner, and this is going to help you create the easiest content calendar ever. You're going to learn how to round out your content while being able to stick with it. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.